Hey friends, this video is for the caregivers out there, people who are caring for someone right now in this crazy uncertain time of the world. Do you ever feel painfully inadequate to be a caregiver to your loved one? I have a story for you that just might help. When I was little, my grandma took me on a trip to the grocery store. Now you've got to understand, for a tiny little person like me, the grocery store was a big, intimidating place. The aisles went forever, the shelves were miles high, strangers came and went from all over the place. There was a shopping cart with a faulty wheel that made a squeak, 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 squeak as it marked black marks all over the floor, and I found it fascinating until I looked up and realized that I lost my grandma. And panic set in. I started to cry, which only made things worse because then all these strangers were looking at me. Everything was unfamiliar. I was afraid and confused, and I started calling for my grandma. Well, it really didn't take long for her to shuffle around the corner just as fast as she could go and scoop me up and wrap me up in her arms. As far as I was concerned, right there in her arms was the very safest place I could possibly be. Now, you gotta understand, my grandma really couldn't protect me from everything, not even close. She couldn't protect me from falling off my bike and scraping my knees, or from smashing my head on her horrible fireplace hearth, or burning my hand on a hot kettle. She couldn't protect me when I got older from having my heart broken, or from having other people crush my dreams and walk all over them. When I got my driver's license, a little angel pin for my visor and some earnest prayers were all she could do to keep me safe. See, there was just so much out of her control. But that didn't matter to me, because I always felt safe in her arms. Now, many years later, after she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease and I became her caregiver, I came in to the house from working outside one day, and I found her looking out the window in a panic. See, she woke up that morning and she didn't recognize where she was or who she was. She didn't recognize the room or the house. She didn't know why she was alone, why everyone had abandoned her. But when she turned and saw me walk in that door, relief flooded her face. She hurried over as quick as she could and wrapped me up in a hug like she might never let go. And I knew in that moment that things were different now. That now she was the little girl in the grocery store, and I was her safe place. Listen, my friend, you don't need to be a hero to the ones you love. You just need to show up. They don't need your perfection. They need your heart. They don't need your concern. They need your love. They don't need your knowledge. They need your presence. Being present right now is better than being informed. Now, I'm not saying be ignorant. Of course, with this new virus going around, it's important to be informed about the things that we can do, the things that we can control to take care of our health, to take care of our loved ones. But there's so much that's out of our control. So, my friend, we've got to be very careful to not be consumed by the things of this world that we are powerless to change. Because if we're consumed with everything that's out of our control, we're gonna steal our power from the things that are in control. Someone once told me about a time he remembers fondly as a child where he and his family went camping in the living room. They got the tents out and big fuzzy blankets and pillows, and they lit candles and played games. It was a great time. Well, he didn't know until several years later that the reason they were camping in the living room is because his parents couldn't afford to pay the electricity bill that month. And it was winter time, and they had to keep the kids warm. So they made a game out of it. He didn't even remember being cold. He just remembered what a great time they had. So I want to challenge you, my friend, to see if you can just try and find the adventure in today. See what you can do to bring a little fun to the day, to bring a smile to someone's face, to spread joy and laughter and hope, not fear. That's not really your place anyway. There are enough other people spreading fear. It really is an overly crowded market. So if I were you, I would just leave them to do their job so you can focus on yours. And what is your job? Just show up. Show up to love that person that you get to care for. Show up to sing the song on their heart when they've forgotten how it goes. Show up to express gratitude for the things you have been given, and just to do your best to give what you can in return. To give hope, give love, give joy. Just show up. Oh, and remember, you are not alone. Take a moment and leave a hashtag Yana in the comments below to let other caregivers know we're in this together. My heart is with you, my friend. You do have what it takes.